A dark streak was left in her wake from her hurried sprint out the front of the partially destroyed cathedral. When she came to a stop outside, she was mortified at what she saw. Jack had completely lost himself. He had succumbed to the hunger. He had taken her power and used it to satisfy her dying request. The remains of Hallard lay on the ground near him. An arm here, a leg over there, and a few teeth were all she could see. The crater that Jack stood in was riddled with melting rock and cement. His form was frightening. She could hardly see the detail of his body at all. He was burning so bright that she had to squint her eyes to look at him. His massive wings were stretched out behind him. From his crouched posture, it looked as though he was getting ready to fly away and carry this destruction with him wherever he went. Looking around, she saw dozens of angels perched in the trees and standing on the surrounding rooftops. Some held their arms in front of their face to shield themselves from the tremendous heat boiling off of the enraged, ascended being. He was like this because he thought she was dead. She called out to him, yet Jack did not hear her voice. She made a powerful leap into the crater and landed in front of Jack. He was so far gone that he saw her as a threat and wrapped his hand around her throat. Though she was immune to his incendiary properties, she was not immune to the strength of his grip. But she didn't fight. She didn't resist. She did the only thing that she could do, and that was to drink his power into herself. The all too familiar swirl of blackness overtook her eyes and crept from her skin up Jack's flaming arm, while she gripped onto his wrist. His glowing eyes narrowed even further as he attempted to release Jill, but she would not let go. This was too important. She didn't care about the potential damage he could do. She didn't care that all these angels were here to watch. She didn't even care what Michael said. The only thing that mattered was letting Jack know that she was okay and helping him to be okay too. Because that's what love does. It doesn't give up. It powers through the pain. It helps people deal with their shit even when they can't deal with it themselves. It believes that the other is more important than the self. It was beyond difficult for her to consume so much power. If Michael was right, and this was only a fraction of his energy, it was beyond her comprehension what he would truly be capable of. For that matter, she couldn't imagine what she would be capable of. Everything about Jack at this moment was frightening. The wings, the halo, the incredible glow, even the ridiculous amount of heat was astonishing. And though she was frightened, she continued to pull power from him. He fought and howled and did everything in his power to escape from her. Yet still she hung on. Because that's what love does. Jack, the Jack that she knew, was somewhere inside of this monster. She forced him into this state of being out of ignorance. She would be damned if she was going to leave him inside of this beast. The more she took into herself, the more calm he became. And eventually, they were both engulfed in fire. The darkness and the light once again danced together as a single flame. Jill placed her hand on the side of Jack's face and pulled him towards herself. It was her kiss that calmed his anger and expelled the monster that he had become. She had seen through the demon and peeled back its ugly layers until only Jack remained. Because that's what love does.